So let us discuss the layout aspect of pump piping. I have tried to capture few points that are very much important while doing the pump piping layout. Okay, pump should be located near to the source to reduce the suction length. This is the ultimate goal to optimize the thing. So it should be any pump will be connected to any vessel column or any horizontal vessel. So we need to ensure that the connecting lines should be minimum in length. So it should be connected to located near to the source. Flammable service pump shall be located outboard of pipe rack. As we have already discussed during overall proton and unit proton development, the pump location, if they are handling the flammable service, temperature of service to is more than 230 degrees Celsius, then these pumps should not be located below pipe rack. If pumps are handling non-flammable service, then these pumps can be located beneath the pipe rack. Pumps to be adequately spaced, 900 clear space for personal movement. After completing pump suction and discharge piping, we need to have clear spacing of 900 mm so that a person can move around for doing the operation and maintenance activity. If we are locating the pumps beneath pipe rack, then we need to ensure there is a proper access way for maintenance vehicle under pipe rack. So we need to keep spacing for that vehicle movement. Okay, any forklift access or any automobile crane access should be provided, especially in the case of when we are providing the pumps below pipe rack. The motors of the pump, these motor are the component, one of the components of the pump which require maintenance. So we need to provide unhindered access for forklift to remove the motors. Pump inside the shelter. Sometimes vendor or client recommend these pumps to be located inside the shelter. Then we have to provide monorail for maintenance purposes. If the pump sizes are bigger, then we have to go for EOT type cranes. This arrangement we will discuss in detail when we discuss the shelter arrangement for compressors. Center line of the elevation of pump to be calculated considering the strainer maintenance requirement. In most of the cases, there will be a draining connection at strainer end. So after completing those piping arrangement, then only we can check the confirm the final center line of the elevation, center line elevation of the pump. Before fixing the pump location, ensure connecting piping is all clear from stress point of view. Suction and discharge are critical piping that is connecting to pump. We need to share pipe routing with stress team so that they can perform their stress analysis and confirm whether the routing is okay or they require additional flexibility. As far as possible, avoid locating pump inside the pit. Pump should not be located inside the pit. If because of any reason we have to locate this inside the pit, then we need to discuss these things with client as well as with HSC team. So if they give some recommendation, then we have to fulfill those recommendations before putting the pumps inside the pit. Discharge piping shall have a removable spool piece, as we have discussed this thing during discharge piping discussion. We added there a pair of flange so that the spool can be removed whenever we want to perform the maintenance activities. Pressure gauge on discharge piping to be accessible and clearly visible. Okay, that is why we were having two tappings, one for hydro test vent and one for pressure gauge. If we can locate it at highest point, then hydro test vent can be avoided. We can replace it with pressure gauge. Well should be oriented such that they clear the access way. Suppose we are having a gate valve, it is having a long handle, then it should not obstruct the access ways. The minimum straight length of the suction piping should be 1 meter or 1.5 meters straight. Okay, generally we start with 3D to 5D straight length, but these recommendations are these recommendation comes from vendor side. There shall be no flow disturbing fittings. When we are talking about the straight length, okay, we ensure there should not be flow disturbing fitting inside the straight length. For example, partial open valves, T's, short radius elbows, these we need to avoid in straight length. Okay, but at the same time, fully open, non-flow disturbing valves, long radius elbows, and reducers are not considered as flow disturbing elements. So we can always add these elements in 5D or 3D straight run part. Okay, so these were a few of the points which you need to take while doing the pump layout and piping. So this is a list of fundas which we have already covered under a 2-minute funda series, where we are trying to cover the topic within 2 minutes. In few cases it is exceeding more than 2 minutes, but we are trying our best to cover it within 2 minutes. Okay, we have recently started this series under the same oil and gas funda knowledge sharing platform. Earlier we had covered our 14 topics along with 62 videos. Okay, now we have covered we have started this series 2-minute funda, and we have added more than 100 videos here. So into altogether we have more than 200 videos now. I'm sure you are watching it under standard and HD format along with the subtitles. Many more are on the way, so stay tuned. I'm sure you are enjoying the videos. So see you in the next part.